morning guys, welcome back to another GM Import workshop update. It's another busy week. We have had Romain in the last couple of days. It was so busy, unfortunately I wasn't able to get any footage. We are also a little bit short staffed. Matt B unfortunately not feeling very well. We've got JV's not in today as well, so everybody's running around really busy. I've got Haggy here. Haggy's had a busy morning. Loads of sales on the board. I saw the invoice list before and it's all just Haggiston at the top there, so Haggy's flying. We've got Pablo in as well. Pablo's actually given a hand to Rendog in the fabrication bay. Just need an extra pair of hands, so we'll pop through to the workshop and see what the boys are up to. Starting off in the detailing bay, we've got Dale cleaning another R36 Passat. It must be like Groundhog Day for Dale. These cars are so popular, we have imported loads of them and sold loads of them. This is another one which is sold and just awaiting final registration. So Dale's doing a great job of polishing that up. Black car, it's going to look stunning when it's all done. Behind us we've got Jurgen's Lambo, just resting under the cover there, keeping it clean. That had a hard workout at Supercar Fest the weekend just gone. If you were there you would have seen that. We took Jivy's Lambo, his R34, his McLaren, and we also took down Caroline's R8. All them cars got a good pacing on the runway. Jurgen was very kind, let all the guys, the staff here, either have a turn driving them or passenger if they weren't old enough or sort of suitable enough to drive it. Like you couldn't let young Matty drive a 1900 horsepower Lamborghini, for example. But yeah, he was able to go out and have a good experience of all the cars, and so all the other boys. So I know all the boys really appreciate that from JV. Got other cars sitting here. Got the white R34. That's going to go into the workshop next for some prep. Again, ready for registration and get that one away. Let's go and see what the guys are doing. One other thing we've got leaving today, not this Mercedes, that's coming in for an exhaust, is this beautiful R34 GTR from Appreciating Classics. So thank you guys for sending that our way. We've carried out a Cyvex ECU install. It was tuned with Romain, a little bit of wiring as well, so we've done a really nice job of that OEM, well you wouldn't even tell it was there, so it's like OEM plus. But yeah, beautiful car with some really tasty bits on it. So that's been a pleasure to work on, so thank you Rich for sending that our way. We'll get to the workshop and we'll see what the boys are doing. Right, the first person I managed to catch up with, we've got Kyle. Kyle, what are you working on today, mate?
So today we've got Paul's Turbo S in.
Yeah.
It's kind of a new platform for us to start with. So now we're going to get the engine pulled out of it. We're going to build this and make it into an absolute monster.
Yeah, so this car has already got a lot of modifications done. So we're not starting with like an OEM car, which would be quite nice to sort of do just to see how it comes from factory. But with this particular car, we're not got that luxury. It is already heavily modified, but it does have a problem with the engine. So the first job's get the engine out, isn't it?
Get the engine out of it, and then kind of see what's already been done, and then go on our own and
see
take
what's
our
gone
own
wrong
take to it. See
repair what we can repair and upgrade what we can upgrade, and then send it for some serious power. Very nice thing this. So yeah, Paul, really looking forward to getting into this. It should be an absolute animal when it's done. It's already running Cyvex as well, so we're looking forward to getting into that side of things. And you know, making it really good and making it really fast. So yeah, I'll leave you with it. There's a lot of stuff I can see. Kind of, you know, you've marked it up because, like you say, it's all new. We've got no other reference to go back to because this again isn't OEM. So we've got to make sure that it either goes back the same or potentially we're going to be changing these anyway. But it's always good to have a reference of what's from where. Access-wise, what's it been like? I think it's this rear engine
very tight
thing, isn't it? Yeah, nightmare.
You haven't really got a lot on the top. Sorry, you've literally got an access hatch which is about that big.
Nice.
The bottom can see quite a bit, so it's going to be an awkward one, but we'll definitely get
as much off as you can, and then we'll lower it down and see what's still there. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Perfect stuff. Cheers, Kyle.
Cheers.
See what the rest of the guys are doing. Right, next person to catch up with, I've got Luke. Luke, what are you working on today, mate?
Just got this really nice FN2 in. At the moment, just getting the rebeam changed because it was a bit rusty. So he's just changed it for a full standard factory beam.
Is that OEM part or is it like a recondition?
I think it was an OEM part.
Right, okay.
So it's getting new springs and shocks as well. I've had to make some brake lines because they were past gone, so I've just put some brake lines in as well. Brilliant. But it's all just going back together now. Yeah,
so it's in for rear beam, rear shockers, anything else? That was about it, wasn't it?
No, that was it, just a quick check under as well, make sure everything's okay.
A light refresh on the back end. Unfortunately, rust does get to these as this pile on the floor. Get in.
It's what I've been battling with.
As that shows, nightmare. But yeah, nice car. Thank you very much for bringing it in. That should be done in the next few hours and back to the owner. Right, I'm going to go and see what Rendog's doing and hear the welder going next door. Just before I get Rendog, because Rendog's in a car and he's busy welding, I've got Matty here. Matty, what are you working on?
I'm working on Brian's GTR. He's come from Scotland. He was in not too long ago, had a full service and inspection. on the inspection, I had noticed that the rear subframe was rotten through, so
Yeah.
we've supplied, fitted a new rear subframe, new
Yeah.
bell housing, wide pipe, a few other bits and bobs getting done.
Cool.
Just cracking on, really.
Yeah, and he's doing TPMS sensors now for his tyres. So yeah, another one suffering with corrosion like that Honda next door. The R35s, we're starting to see a few of them now where the subframes are corroded. We've actually just received another 2 subframes as well from Nissan there for another car that's out in the car park. So something that needs checking on these cars nowadays. I'll let Matty crack on because he's got loads to do. Alright, cheers, and we'll go and see Rendog. Right, so it's not the easiest position to film in. I've squeezed myself into the Carbon GT3 car. This is Lewis's GTR. What are you doing today, Rendog?
Basically, we're installing a set of air jacks into Lewis's car.
Yeah.
Which means we've got to make complete turret sets that go in each of the corners to take the air jack, as it has to be strong. It's almost like a component that's practically as strong as part of the roll cage.
Yeah.
It's to take the entire weight of the car quickly.
Chassis mounted, isn't it, essentially, yeah?
Chassis mounted.
He's tying all that in now, so I think you've got like kind of 4, I don't know what you call them, tubs or whatever
Turrets,
they are, turrets to weld into the body at the minute. That's what you're on with at the minute.
Basically, yeah.
I will try and get my camera in and see if I can get some nice shots of them, but it's not easy on this car.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rendog's having a whale of a time, squeezing yourself amongst the roll cage, trying to get inside and weld these up nicely. So I'll leave you to crack on, mate.
Yeah,
You did a top job. Cheers, mate.
Thank you, mate. Cheers, bye now.
Right, behind me, also in the fabrication bay and right next to the dyno, we've got 2 other nice cars. We've got Haggie's RX-7 back out of storage. This is going for MOT today and we'll be back on the streets this weekend. I believe he's at a show again this weekend, potentially on track as well at Croft. So I've told him he should go for it. He's not so sure. He's sort of saying he wants to drive the car a bit first and make sure everything's alright, but it's not every day you get the opportunity to drive Croft, so I think you should. He's did it last year. The car was fine, so I definitely think you should fill his boots for that. And then the other car we've got was one that we were mapping yesterday with Romain. Now, something very, very different. It is a Fiat X19, which I've got to be honest, I'd never really seen one before until we tuned this car last year. The owner's done some more upgrades and it's back again, so this is K-swapped, so it's a K20 turbo motor, sequential gearbox. Try not to trip over things on the dyno. So yeah, it's a K20 on a sequential, rear wheel drive, probably weighs, God knows, about 700-800 kilos, something like that. And the owner is actually an auto electrician, I believe. And he's done a lot of wiring and CAN integration. So this switch pad on the steering wheel, you've got rotary switches here, which is for traction, and this one here is for the CAL, the power settings of the engine. Also got launch control, even got his sort of indicators and things like that on there, nice and convenient, all wired in through the CAN. Various different things go to the Cyvex as well. It's on Cyvex ECU. Let's say sequential, so great gearbox in this as well. It sounded phenomenal yesterday when Romain was setting it up. And the heart of the beast, a very well built K20 engine, and on pump fuel it made around about 615, I think, wheel horsepower, so comfortably into the 700s just on pump fuel. It can run ethanol as well. So next time Romain is here in about 3 weeks time, it's going to go onto the hub dyno and we're going to finish mapping on pump and then put it on ethanol and see what it really does. See Haggy. Haggy, have you decided if you're doing Croft at the weekend yet?
I don't know, like, you say send it, don't you?
I say send it, definitely send it. But I don't know what you're waiting for. It's been a while. So yeah, Haggy needs to send this car at the weekend on track. Who agrees? We'll see. I'm sure he will. Where are you going now?
MOT.
Off to MOT?
In the rain as well.
In the rain with your slick tyres, so that'll be fun. Good luck with that. I think that's about it. I've got Pablo or Simon. Simon, I'm going to get a very quick update with you. He's actually being helpful today and helping Rendog.
What do you mean actually being helpful today?
Sorry, that came out wrong. But you're currently on fire duty, aren't you?
I'm on,
Rendog's just putting a few bits in.
I'm on fire watch with a wet rag.
So because of the
having the time of my life right now.
Time of your life. Well, it gets you out of the office, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, because of the underseal, the factory underseal that's still on that car, there's a slight risk that some of it can burn. So Pablo is just there keeping an eye on that and making sure nothing catches fire. Awesome. Right, back to the office.
So yeah, as Chris mentioned there, it's been an absolutely awesome start of the week. Had a few cars in, a different variety of cars, which is cool. 2 lovely R34 GTRs, one being our partners at Appreciating Classics, which as you can see there on a lot of the posts that we've done, how incredible that car is. I'm a super stickler for stuff like that, being OCD myself, and words cannot describe how nice that car is. And obviously now with the Cyvex and all that good protection for such a valuable car, and also the drivability, the new owner to that car, who was very special as well, will be able to sort of enjoy it, which is what it's all about. These cars are meant to be enjoyed. They're not meant to be left in collections. They're not meant to be, there is sort of an investment, sorry. But yeah, so that's off to a new customer, and it's got all the right bits on it, which is what you want on a car like that. If you're in the business, you know how extremely hard to find those Z-Tune parts are, especially in carbon. So full front end, there's Z-Tune front fenders as well. But yeah, so it's just me here now. I'm doing a bit of a late one tonight. Got a few imports to sort out and try and secure. So we are extremely busy, and also on the parts, I cannot thank you guys enough. Last sort of 3 months have been obscene. We've done so well, and obviously that allows us to basically pass our discount on to yourselves, saving you guys money as well, which is what it's all about. So thanks very much for that as well. And I know Simon's not here, and he would be saying exactly the same. But yeah, so we move on to the end of the week. We've got some exciting stuff coming. We hope to bring some more car reviews, which is what I'd be excited about. We have got Supercar Fest. I don't know if Chris has touched base. That vlog should be coming out soon. That was an awesome weekend. Some fabulous cars, some extremely rare cars as well, which is, some of these, SLR McLarens and F40s, 9 times out of 10, don't see it like a day. So it was lovely to see them cars out, getting used, full of passionate fans, enthusiasts as well. So awesome weekend, and thanks to Jürgen as well, who organised all that for the team, which was much appreciated. So yeah, so we will be on to hopefully it'll be Supercar Fest, but if not, it will be the next vlog. So see you guys then.